Alrighty, well, I'm boiling my water out there, and I knew I wasn't going to have the time or the inclination to make a supper tonight after that. And so, pardon me, I've been drinking soda pop. So what I did is I bought a roast beef sub sandwich. It expires today, normally $7, half price off, half off. It's half off, but it's all there. Yeah, it's a roast beef sandwich. Will you have some roast beef with me, Rocky? I have to share my roast beef with Rocky, eh? I do. Yes, I do. All right, hold on a minute here. We got to open this son of a so-and-so up. This son of a so-and-so, we do. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh, ho, ho. It's a sandwich. Well, it should be cut in half, but it isn't. They did not cut it in half, the bastards. Well, we'll have to fix that, eh? The dirty buggers. How dare they not cut this sandwich in half like I want them to. All right, I got to cut this in half. Hold on here. There's Rocky. You can say what you like, but there's Rocky. Okay, now, let me see. We'll put this right here. We will, so you can watch the process. You can watch the magic happen here. I can't crazy. Oh, there. And we'll just cut it at an angle here. We will, like they do professionally. Like the professionals do. Who don't live at Camp Crazy, because they're not crazy. So they get to live at other places where crazy people don't have to live. And, lucky them, I guess. Although they do get deprived of Rocky's company. So there is that. They miss out on Rocky. So there you go. It's well worth being crazy to be around Rocky. Anyway, there it is. Yeah. Hey. Got to give Rocky some roast beef here, eh? I'll give you some roast beef, okay? Holy smokes, look at him. Okay, there you go. There's some roast beef for you. Eat that. It's a little dry because, of course, it's kind of stale. But it's all right. It's all right, it is. It's not unbearably dry. You can see the nice roast beef and the cheese. I'll give you some more. Rocky and I had kind of a bad day. Rocky's developed the fascination with that tray that I keep all the small things in. And I don't want him pushing it over, because if he does, it all goes into the bed. And then it takes me about 20 minutes to pick it all up. He's done that before on me. And so I've been giving him feces for doing that. I've been giving him fecal matter for doing that, I have been. I've been giving him shite. Yes, I have. And so we've been arguing a bit, Rocky and I have been. All right, let's go outside and check on the thing here. Rocky. What's he doing now? He's got that thing on his leg still, you know. It bothers him, I know, sometimes. There you go. There's a little more beef for you. All right. Good stuff. Oh, I got out here just in time. I better go grab up. Oh, my goodness. Grab these up here. Wait a minute now. All right. Oh, I think Rocky wants to come out. So we'll go ahead and let them come out. We will. There he is. He realizes it's not a fit night for man or beast. And you know, if he fits into one of those two categories, he's always staying in. All right, let's do the water thing here. I hope that the phone microphone picked up the owl hooting earlier, but I don't know if it did or not. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah, there's one. All right. Put it over here for now. Well, then we got another one to go here. And someday, I don't know how exactly, but someday I'm going to get all my debts paid off, and save a little bit of money. And I'm going to do it because I have to. How I'm going to do it, I can't tell you, because I got a lot of stuff working against me. So it is not going to be easy. But I'm a pretty rebellious kind of a guy. And so, actually, the fact that they, powers that be, have made things so difficult, and that I know that they've done this, you know, to get rid of me, and not just me, but to get rid of 90 or 95% of us, is reason enough that I'm just not going to give in. If they take me out, they're not taking me out without a fight, that's for sure. Anyway, the world is kind of a fallen place. And this is what happens in a fallen place, anyway. So I do get really discouraged, and I had kind of a bad day today when the transmission screwed up again. That was just, you know, and I've been concerned about that anyway. I know that there's an issue with the transmission, so, in that truck. So it's something that I've been quite concerned about. It's something that's occupied my thoughts quite a bit as of late. And among other things, it's not the only thing I've been thinking about and ruminating on, and trying to figure out how I'm going to cope with it when it comes. But It's definitely one of the things anyway. And so having that happen today, it was kind of discouraging. Give you more beef, eh? You still got a little pile there, but I'll give him that. I will. It was kind of discouraging. That's all. And it upset me. Needless to say, it upset me. And when I share these aspects of my life, I do so because part of the reason that I started this channel is to document the situation. And this is part of the situation. This is part of what I'm dealing with. And like I say, I'm not alone. If it's not one thing, it's another. And that's true across the board. There's a lot of people going through a lot of crap right now. In fact, I hardly know anyone who isn't really suffering. I know a few, but they're few and far between. Most of the people I know are terrified. Even the people who think I'm crazy, even the people who think that Tom is a crazy conspiracy theorist, and they don't see it the way I see it, even those people know something's up. And even those people are suffering, and even those people are fearful of the future. And they disagree with me as to why it's happening, but they know it's happening, and they'd agree with me that it's happening. They just won't agree as to why it's happening. That's where I part ways with certain people, But they're seeing it too, and they're worried. And God bless them, I mean, look, just because you disagree with me doesn't mean you're my enemy. And I can't say that I know for a fact that everything I think is true. I know some of it's true, and I strongly believe that the rest of it's true. And that's the same for the people who disagree with me. They know that some of the stuff they believe is true, and they strongly suspect that the rest of it's true. And if they didn't feel that way, then they'd change their opinion. Just like if I didn't feel that way, I'd change my opinion. But the one thing we all have in common is that for whatever the reason, we're going through some damn hard times. I look on the local community pages here. I'm a member of several of the Smiths Falls community pages. When I first came to Smiths Falls, I was so happy to get out of Perth, because Perth was just not a good place for me to be at all, even though it was my hometown. And so I threw myself right into the whole being from Smiths Falls thing, and I joined all the community pages. And so on Facebook, I'm on most of them. And comes up over my news feed constantly. People, most of them anonymous. Does anybody have any food to help myself and my family out with? My kids are hungry. Can anybody spare a few dollars so I can put gas in my car to go to work on Monday? Can anybody give me a ride to the hospital for my treatments? Because my car has laid down and I don't have the money to fix it. Does anybody have a room to rent? I'm losing my house. Can anybody take in my cat or my dog? I can't afford to keep them anymore. Now, I've been on the internet since 2015, which isn't a great long time. I was late coming into it, and I've never seen this though. 10 years ago, you didn't see this. You didn't. Now every day I see several of these coming over my news feed. Does anybody have extra vis? Does anybody have extra vet? Can anybody help me? Can anybody give me a little food to feed my kids? There was one person that posted anonymously, and they said, I don't want my children to know what I'm going through. And so I can't put my name on the post. Don't want my kids to know that I'm hungry. What the fuck? What the fuck has happened to us? Now, there was no social media during the 1930s. We didn't have computers, there was no Facebook or anything like that. But I'll bet you if there had been, those people would have saw the same thing. And they did see it in different ways. They saw people standing in bread lines. They saw people, hundreds of men lined up to try to get one job. People willing to sell their soul pretty much for some shitty job that hardly paid anything. Some dirty, rotten job where you were, you're putting yourself in danger to do the job, and it was a miserable job, and it wouldn't pay hardly anything, and they had guys lined up around the block, hoping and praying that they'd be the one to get that job. Make no mistake, even if you think I'm crazy when I say that this is being done to us on purpose by the elites and that they're trying to murder 90% of us and all the rest of it, and I know how crazy that sounds to some people. I believe it to be true, and I don't think it's crazy, but I understand how it could sound crazy to other people. But, whether I'm right or wrong, whether you're right or wrong, whether you agree with me or you don't, if your eyes are open, you can see that there's something badly wrong. It's kind of a nice sky over there. The camera isn't picking it up very well, but there's just a little bit of by the trees there, over the trees, there's just a little bit of a glow. I like to see things like that. Cheers me up a bit. Anyway, the bottom line is, whatever it is, something's happening. And people are suffering. I see this all the time. Like I say, I see every day it comes over my news feed. My kids are hungry. My car don't work anymore. I got no money for gas. I got no money for repairs. I'm losing my home. Does anybody have a room to rent? I'm losing my home. What a crazy situation. Anyway, we're coming into some hard times. We're in some hard times now, and it's not letting up. And generally, it'll get worse before it'll get better. So brace yourselves, get ready, Get as prepared as you can. Get yourself into the best position you can get into to survive what's coming, because they're not finished with us yet. You know, whether you think I'm right or wrong, I'm expressing my point of view as to what's happening, and I understand that there may be many people listening who think it sounds crazy and who don't believe it. But this is me expressing now my point of view, with the understanding that there will be people listening who will think it sounds crazy and who won't believe it. And perhaps they're right, but still, it's my point of view. And I do base it on what I have learned and what I've studied and what I have observed. That doesn't mean it's 100% right, but I'm sincere. It is really what I believe. And I'm not as big a fool as a lot of people think I am either. You know, I'm able to analyze things, I'm able to see things and absorb them and sort them out in my mind and to come to some rational conclusion. That doesn't mean I'm always right, though, because nobody's always right. You know, well, Jesus is always right. Nobody else. Anyway, here's the thing. With what's being done to us, you all need to get yourselves in the best possible position to survive it, because you're not meant to survive it. The intention is that you will not survive it. Anyway, that's it. I gotta keep boiling water. We'll talk later.